The Rolling Stones once said, you can't always get what you want, but if you try, you get what you need. And while it's a great song, there's something in that. You know, so often we'll go through life wanting things and things might not come our way and just wonder why these things don't happen. And as the song says, you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And I'm going to demonstrate this by sharing a story which I've spoken about before, but I think it bears repeating. So back in the early 90s, I was working as an on-air announcer on a station in Melbourne called Triple M, which is still going to this day. It was a great rock station. I was a young man, recently married, had a young son, another on the way, and I was trying to establish myself. I was trying to get a foot up. I'd been overseas for a long period of time and just trying to make my mark. And I worked extremely hard. Now, I was freelancing there at the time. I was getting thrown lots of shifts. I was just doing all the work that nobody else really wanted to do because I needed the money, but I was also trying to prove myself. And what I thought I needed at the time was full-time work, consistent full-time work, rather than just being a casual. Even though there was heaps of work coming my way, I was never short of any work. But I just thought I needed the security of that, being on the books, okay? Now, while all this is happening, I was trying to start my business, my mastering business, which is still going today. I was in the early stages of it, trying to, freelance. And I kept getting overlooked for these full-time positions as an on-air announcer. Every few months, someone new would come in and I'd be thinking to myself, now mind you, I've been at the station for probably about 5 years. And I put my hand up, been many times, and every time I got overlooked, I was assured that, look, don't worry, there's plenty of work, we'll be looking after you, you look after us, everything is fine over here. But of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, I need the security, I need to know that I'm now in the club, so to speak. So there was one particular situation of one announcer that came in, got the full-time job, starting the mid-dawn shifts, and I said to myself, I knew I was so much better than this person. I won't name them, just out of courtesy. And I got really, really frustrated, and I was talking to one of the production managers at the station, airing my grievance. And they said to me, hey, the reason you are not getting these gigs is because the program director, Lee Simon, he loves you. Okay. What do you mean? I mean, dude, I've been doing all this hard work. I do all the shifts that no one wants to do, all the public holidays, double shifts, you name it. Everything that they threw at me. I mean, I could even cut my honeymoon short just so I wouldn't miss a shift. And he said to me, okay, that's all well and good, and those things are on you. So, but Lee does love you. I said, well, explain that to me. How can you say he loves me when I've dedicated myself for so long, worked so hard, and yet still I haven't got this secure full-time job? He said, look, Lee knows that you're trying to build something that's going to have more long-term benefit to you. He goes, but here's the kicker. He said, Lee does love you because Lee wants you here. He said, sure, Lee could put you on the books. You're more than good enough to be on the books and have a full-time job, but here's the problem. If Lee does that, then you're out of his hands and now you fall into the pool with everyone else. Now, for those of you who don't know, the way it worked back then in radio was that people would start off in a regional country station and then one day they were told, okay, well now you have to go to this city, and quite often at very short notice, and people would be moving around, having to live their lives. He said, well, you won't have to worry about that. First of all, you're already working in a capital city, which is what everyone else in the country wants to be. You're already in the city where they want to be. So you're here. You go into the pool, if Lee puts you on the books, then you are now going to be in the hands of someone else, and you could be told next week, hey, you now got to go elsewhere. So you may have to leave the capital city to go into another station and try and work your way back in. Lee understands this. You've got a business that potentially is going to give you greater long-term benefit. So you can have plenty of work, Keep the money coming in while you're building your studio business and have the best of both worlds. And at the time, that really struck, that really had me go, wow, okay. So Lee actually was doing the right thing, and this is what I needed. I wanted the full-time job. I wanted the perceived security, but in fact, what I was getting was what was required. A steady stream of income while I was able to build the business. And so just thought I'd share that with you, because you may be in a spot right now where things aren't happening the way you think they should be happening, but in fact probably need to be the way they are. And quite often it's only with hindsight, or someone will sit down and explain it to me, as this guy, we won't call him anything. His name is Tim Simons. Shout out to Tim. To point these things out to you, that, yeah, you're not getting what you want, but you're getting what you need. And that's certainly what I needed at the time, because had it not been for that situation, God knows where I'd be right now. And dare I say, I probably wouldn't have the studio that I have today. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Please be nice to each other, but more importantly, be nice to yourselves. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Trying to rebuild this channel here. I've been away for a little while, but I'm back with a vengeance. Hope to put out some good content that maybe will be a benefit to you. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon.